Thunderstorms are a worldwide phenomenon. At any given moment, there are approximately 2,000 thunderstorms occurring across the planet. Sometimes those storms are even visible from space. Over the course of a year, that works out to about 16 million storms across the planet.
Severe storms can and sometimes do lead to tornadoes. It's easy to figure out which ones have that potential, but figuring out which storms actually will create a tornado is a whole different matter, and something one team of scientists will set out next month trying to solve. At the National Severe Storms Lab in Norman, Oklahoma, a team of meteorologists is on a mission to break down a tornado's life cycle.
One of the things that I'm particularly interested in is how the rotation makes it out of the rainy part of the storm and then gets turned upward into the updraft to possibly create a tornado.
Right now, meteorologists know the basics of tornado formation and know if there is an intense rotation near the ground, a tornado is possible. But that's not the whole picture.
Say 1,000 feet above the ground. But that last piece between 1,000 feet above the ground and maybe the last 1 to 2 minutes of the air flowing in is where all the mysteries are, and how we actually connect that rotation all the way to the ground.
Mysteries that new research and new ideas could solve thanks to a new program called Taurus, a program that has meteorologists on the road chasing the latest storms from the Rio Grande all the way to the Canadian border in specially designed vehicles.
Yeah, we actually put a cage over the top of our cars, and we've been in hail as large as baseballs or even a little bit larger, and it kind of makes the cage sag a little bit. We have kept our windows from breaking.
The goal is to get these specially designed trucks into the right position and then launch 2 new and innovative tools to study the storm structure and potential tornado.
We're going to park a van just northeast of this rotating wall cloud and then release weather balloons in succession, about 8 of them in the course of 4 minutes. And so we'll just kind of get a rake of observations as these things go flying in toward the wall cloud and developing tornado. For the first time, I'm going to be flying UAV aircraft in a couple of pretty crucial parts of the storm to see what's going on, maybe a couple thousand feet above the ground.
Ground truth along with the latest data, all in an effort to develop better warnings and understanding.
After we finish collecting the data, it usually takes 2 to 3 years to analyze it, do all the computer analysis, compare it to our computer models, and decide if the knowledge we think we've gained is really solid.
We can tell you about the science behind storms and show you what's happening on radar all day, but nothing substitutes seeing a storm or tornado firsthand. That's where storm chaser Mike Pendergast excels.
It just has always fascinated me how just a little bit of air and moisture and pressure can cause these massive storms.
Ever since he was a child, Mike Prendergast has loved the weather. Now he's putting that passion and his knowledge to help share the risk North Texas storms can pose with you.
4K camera, which takes amazing video. I've got radar on my laptop.
When storms are in the forecast, he'll meet with us, then he hits the road.
Oh, I see the tornado. It's right there.
Oh my
it's right there.
From the day after Christmas tornadoes in 2015 to a deadly outbreak in 2017. Prendergast was there.
The Canton tornado again, because you were talking about how close you were, and we see, I mean, it's crossing right there. Yeah. You're on a side street. About how far away is this from where you're at?
I would say between 1/4 mile and 1/2 mile, probably.
Walk me through this. So it's crossing the street there. You're kind of in on a side street, and then you pull out, obviously, right here.
Yeah.
So you're 1/4 mile away. Could you feel the car shaking at all?
You could, everything, all the wind, everything's being pulled into it, right? And so the car shaking, but also you could hear it. I mean, it was this loud roar that was coming that was louder than any of the rain, louder than any of the thunder. It was just you could feel everything about it.
Just as you've learned there are basic ingredients needed for storms to form, you should also know and understand the basics for severe weather safety. It starts with a checklist. First, make sure you're weather aware. Have a plan if there's any risk of severe storms. Second, when the weather threatens, get low and protect yourself with as many walls as possible between you and the outside. And finally, if you're caught in a car and a tornado is approaching, you should get out and seek shelter in a well-built building. We hope you learned something and know now how to prepare for spring storms in North Texas. Stay with CBS 11 throughout the spring storm season. We'll be the first to let you know if severe weather's on the way, and we'll guide you through it.